Howdy friends, welcome to episode number 40, the big 4-0, and this should be a pretty exciting one. A lot of important things hopefully going to happen this episode. So we are going to start, as I said last time, by doing some trading. We are going upstairs in the Pokemon Center, something we haven't done yet in this Let's Play, and I am actually going to have my other DS open as well, so that I can go in here. Alright, we are going to enter, and I'm going to do a save. This is one of those episodes where I have to just really hope that there's not a power outage or my computer doesn't glitch and freeze up, which doesn't happen very often, knock on wood, but it has happened before, because we're only going to get to see this trade once. So I might even, on my end, split the episode after our trades are done, just to make sure the recording is complete. But you shouldn't really notice anything on your end. Okay, so we're going to talk to me from the previous game, who was named X. I think I was, not in a creative mood that time, so I gave all my Pokemon their nickname, which is the first letter of their name. So I think I had a Porygon Z who was named P, and I had a Togekiss named T, etc. Alright, so I have all these trades mapped out, and assuming I get this right, then we should be in good shape. You'll see my team, well, I guess you see it on the screen right now, but you'll also see it on the game screen in just a second. Alright, so there on Joe's side, you can see that I have brought our Graveler and Haunter with us. Graveler is currently holding an Everstone. Like I said last time, that's so when I trade him over to X, he doesn't evolve, but he'll evolve on the way back, where we can actually see the evolution. And I have got this down to, I think, the minimum number of trades we need to do to get done everything that needs to get done. So let's go ahead and trade, and I can always talk while I trade. The guy named Trade is obviously the one I need to trade. He's holding an Everstone as well. We're going to give that one to Haunter once we get it. Alright, so trading over the Graveler, holding an Everstone, which will prevent it from evolving. The Geodude evolves into Graveler by leveling up. So he doesn't need an Everstone, it's just to get the Everstone over to this version. Because the only way to transfer items, at least in this generation, is, at least the only one I know of, is by giving it to a Pokemon and having them trade. So it's a slow way, but it works. So a couple seconds ago I just said I was going to talk about something once we got into trading, and now I totally forgot what I was saying. Not for the first time, but it is 3 o'clock in the morning, so you'll have to forgive me. Alright, we have received a Geodude. Oh, I was going to say, the Geodude named Trade is actually the one I caught when I had the whole Togepi thing that I need to switch out Togepis at the very start of the game. I had to catch a Pokemon just to trade over for the egg, because I wanted to keep the old Togepi on our version just in case we needed it for something. So I caught this random Geodude in Union Cave, named him Trade, and he lived up to his name. Traded him over to X, and he's been there since. Alright, so I have to get out of this menu real quick. Unfortunately, you can't take items while you're in the menu or when your friend is in the menu, so we'll just stand here a second. Let me take that Everstone away from Graveler. That way it will not evolve. And who am I going to trade for that? I'm going to trade Cian. And we need to give Cian... what do we need to give Cian? The Dragon Scale. I know what you're thinking. Magmar does not evolve with the Dragon Scale. Not the Dragon Fang. Dragon Fang powers up Dragon-type moves. Dragon Scale is an evolution item for Kingdra. You can also get it from either capturing or using the move Thief on Wild Horses or Seadras. Let me just take Seadra's Mystic Water so I don't lose it anywhere. And I do want this Everstone as well, and I'm going to give that to Haunter. Same reason as I was giving the one to Graveler. Alright, I think we are set for a few trades now. Graveler's not holding anything, okay. Well, at least for one more trade. Alright, here we go. Busy. He's not busy. He just stepped out of the thing. Definitely not busy. There we go. Third time's the charm. Yeah, this whole process takes a long time, so I apologize for that, but it'll be worth it in the end. And I will try to catch Ho this episode, assuming we don't go on too long. But this will set us up not only for Ho-Oh, but for Victory Road and the Pokemon League, and really the rest of the game. This will mean that all of our Pokemon, except for Kroot, our Pupitar, will be in their final stage. Okay, so I need to trade back. Oh, you can see where your friend's thing is hovering. That's interesting. I'm going to trade back Graveler, holding no items, so he will evolve now. Spoiler alert. For Magmar holding the Dragon Scale. And this is just to get the Dragon Scale over to my other gold version. To X. You'll notice on the screen too, the Pokemon I have. That's because Noctail and Togetic are actually our Olive's parents. Fun fact, that's how I bred a Togepi with extrasensory. Back when we were first starting this Let's Play. The one we got from the original egg did have extrasensory, but for those of you who don't remember or who randomly started Let's Play in the middle of the season for some reason, the original Togepi we got had like a minus special attack nature, and didn't have the ability I wanted either. So I figured at that point, I usually wouldn't, I would just kind of roll with it, but I figured at that point I really wanted to have a good nature, or at least a good ability. I could live without a good nature, but I really wanted Serene Grace, and I'm sure you've seen how useful that's been, and how fun that's been. Alright, our first evolution by trade. I don't think you can hit B to stop a trade, or to stop an evolution by trade. Yeah, if you want them not to evolve, you have to give them the Everstone. But the trade-off there is there's not really a reason not to have them evolve, because Golem is pretty much better or as good as Graveler in every way. Unlike Pokemon that evolve by leveling up, it doesn't learn moves at a later level than its prior evolution. Alright, so unfortunately we are going to have to back out of the trade menu again, because I do need to give Cian a Magmatizer. He will be our next trade. Trades with held items are pretty much the same as trades without held items in terms of learn sets. Alright, so Cian, I am going to take the Dragon Scale and give him a Magmarizer, which I had laying around. Now Magmarizer is one of those ones that, and same with the Dawnstone, that I will give to myself that I wouldn't normally have at this point in the game, just because there's no really other way to train a Magmortar or Togekiss unless you want to wait until like the very end of the game, but at that point you're barely even using them, so I'd rather have fun with them now. And I don't think we're too overpowered. I think because we waited till after the 8th gym, our Pokemon are very much on par with a lot of the Pokemon you'll see in the Pokemon League, and like Claire's Kingdra is obviously on par with our Kingdra, so I don't think this is really an unfair advantage. And at least our Pokemon will be lower level, so that'll give them a fighting chance. We want to trade, of course. Come on. Fun fact that apparently in Generation 2, I had mentioned before that I thought there were two normal type held items by mistake. Okay, so who am I trading? I'm trading Cian with the Magmarizer, whatever it's called. And I am going to trade for Haunter with the Everstone. I feel like I'm playing Clue. It was Haunter with the Everstone. Alright, here we go. So Haunter will not evolve yet, but Magmar will. So there are two normal held items, Silk Scarf and Pink Bow. The Silk Scarf is still around. You actually can buy it for 1,000 coins at the game corner, which I had forgotten about. We don't really need it though, because I don't think any of our Pokemon are going to really have a normal type attack, or at least not one I want to have boosted. Meganium might know like Return and then Body Slam, but I'd rather have a Miracle Leaf for his grass attacks. But I don't know why they had two items. They removed the Pink Bow after Generation 2, hasn't been seen since, and wasn't really missed. Alright, more on that after we watch our next team member evolve. What? Cian is evolving! And there it is, a very powerful Pokemon. One of, perhaps even the most powerful non-legendary fire type. Nice special attack stat, decent defenses, a decent attack stat too, actually. Just all around decent Pokemon. And eventually we'll get to do more stuff. Okay, so now I need to trade. I need to take away Hunter's item. So let's get out of here. And I also need to, what do I need to do? Seadra does not need an item. But I do need to exit the menu so that my other game is free to give or take the held item. Right, taking my Everstone back, and I don't have Seadra yet, so I can't give it the Dragon Scale. And Seadra's not holding anything, I hope. So I guess the one downside, I limited the number of switches with this plan, but it did mean I have to actually like go out of the menus and take or give items. So not a big time saver, although I guess I would have done that either way. I don't know. It's too complicated to think about at 3:13 in the morning, especially on Christmas Day. I'm going to be really tired today, but I should have at least a chance to take a nap at some point. Okay, once again, we are trading. And I fear I'm actually not really tired right now, as you can maybe tell. So rather than lying in bed trying to get to sleep unsuccessfully, I figured I would be somewhat productive and get something done. It's one thing I really love about making these Let's Plays, whether it's Pokemon or any other game, is that it's fun, like I enjoy it, I'm playing a video game, I'm having fun talking about it to you guys, but I also feel productive, like I'm doing something beneficial for people because you all watch and hopefully enjoy these, so I'm entertaining both myself and others. What could be better than that? Alright, so we are going to trade over Hunter with no held items, so he will evolve, and Seadra does not have a deep sea scale, so she will not evolve quite yet, and we should have just one more trade after this, with one more item exchange in between. So the deep sea scale, that's actually what I was thinking of when I was I was kind of merging two of my memories together regarding normal held items and dragon held items. In Generation 2, the Dragon Fang was the dragon move boosting held item. It was only 10% in that generation as all held items were. But the deep sea, or the dragon scale, also, in addition to being an evolution item, increased dragon type attacks by 10%. Apparently that was by mistake. Apparently, and I didn't know this until recently, not only did dragon scale, actually I think the 10% on dragon scale was intentional, but what was not intentional was they gave it to the dragon scale instead of the Dragon Fang. So the Dragon Fang was actually a completely useless item. And I wonder how many times I used it in like Pokemon Stadium 2, thinking it was powering up my outrages, and it really wasn't. Alright, Little Haunter. Remember we caught that Ghastly so long ago, and it did so well against our rival in Azalea Town? It's kind of cool that even though we have like our main A team, like our fighting team, we have this whole kind of bench of Pokemon that are supporting them and helping us, whether it's with HMs or free switch-ins or catching other Pokemon. I really like how that kind of comes to fruition throughout these Let's Plays. At Heartgold, it's happened more than most. We've been a very nice supporting team. Alright, once again we are leaving. It's annoying when I have to make all those little cards on the side for all these switches, but if it makes a better end product, then I'm totally okay with that. Alright, so this should be our last switch then. We are going to give little Leah her Deep Sea Scale, or her Dragon Scale. Deep Sea Scale is something different, that's for Gorbis. Yep. If you're wondering why my Togekiss is named E4, that's back when I was trying to breed, when I bred my my competitive Togekiss, which I mentioned before. And I need to trade back Geodude holding nothing. Good. I had this whole system of naming to kind of track the generations. Just a Wi-Fi glitch. 1 second. So I think it's because I was talking to... I clicked each person on each DS. I think I need to just do it on one, and then wait on the other DS. Yep, there we go. My bad. All my batteries seem okay at the moment. Luckily, I think they charge faster than they drain, even with Wi-Fi. My other DS is not charging, but I think it's mostly charged from earlier. Alright. And our last trade of the episode, and probably our last trade of the Let's Play. Geodude here is going to go back to his original home. Thank you, Geodude. You've been very helpful. I'm sure Golem will think of you whenever it fights. One of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon, and another all-around solid fighter. Even more, I guess, average than Magmar is. Magmar is more specialized. I think it has lower defenses. Still okay defenses for a fully evolved Pokemon, but not nearly as high. It's more of an offensively oriented Pokemon with really good special attack, decent speed. Kingdra is very well rounded. I think all of its base stats are 95, except HP and speed are 85. That can't be right. Because if that was the case, it would have a base stat total, or base stat average above 90, and I think its average is 90. So I don't know how that works out, but something like that. And here we go. The only dragon type added is part of Generation 2. The one and only Kingdra. I would say you saw how powerful Claire's was, but you kind of really didn't. But trust me, Kingdra is a very good Pokemon, and hopefully I'll have some chances to demonstrate that in the rest of our Let's Play. Luckily, this game has a pretty good, I don't know if I would call it post-game, because it's still like the second part of the game. It's not quite the second half. But after the Pokemon League, there is still a decent chunk of game with a lot of battles. And that's something that was around even in Gen 2. But in Gen 4, not only do you have all the same stuff you had before, they actually added even more battles, like a whole Pokemon League rematch and Gym Leader rematches when they have really good teams. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun battles at the very end of this Let's Play. I'm excited to see our team get stronger and stronger throughout the storyline. And at the very end, we're going to have probably like 5 or 6 episodes just of all kinds of awesome battles. So I'm really looking forward to that. Billy is calling me on one DS, and Arnie's calling me on the other. Let's take Arnie's call over Billy. Sorry, busy. Or sorry, Billy. I'm busy. Venonat, cute. Yep, great. Drowsy. Yep. Okay, awesome. Have a good night, Arnie. Merry Christmas. Alright, we need to go catch ourselves a Ho-Oh, though. Gengar, so cool. Yawned loudly. Yeah, it is very late. Here I thought Ghost Pokemon stayed up at night. So I've been watching just kind of for fun, as I think I mentioned, the Pokemon VGC World Tournaments, just to kind of see what competitive battling is like these days, and to kind of get my, just get my mind in the Pokemon mindset. We need to fly to Ekritique before we do anything else. Because of course that is where Ho-Oh is. Alright, Ho-Oh. Take it away. And they also have Trading Card Game championships at the same place, same day, same part of the whole big thing. And apparently they also have Pokken, or Pokken, however you say it, tournament. I sound like an adult, like, you know, all those Pokemons are fighting? Is it the Pokken tournament or the Pokken tournament? But I guess Pokken is how I'm going to pronounce it. Alright, let's change up our team. But I was watching some of those, and it looks really, really cool. Actually, hold that thought. I'm going to splice the video here just so I can make sure I save the recording, just in case it crashes. I'll switch up our team to a good team to take on Ho-Oh, and I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. I am here at the top of the Tin Tower, or I guess Bell Tower now, but it'll always be the Tin Tower to me. I figured I'll watch the animation one more time, just to see it at night, since it is a little bit different. I know this because I just did this, but accidentally made Ho-Oh faint, so I'm restarting this portion of it here. So I did not only made it to the top of Tin Tower again to cut out that portion of the Let's Play. Hopefully you guys don't mind me talking over this, but you've already seen it once. It's just a little different at night. And I'm actually getting better at getting to the top of this tower now. This is my 3rd time doing it, so I know the way pretty well at this point. I also flew to Blackthorn to use the move Reminder to teach Kingdra Yawn. Almost forgot about that. That would have been really bad. But I figured you guys have seen the move Reminder in action before. There's no reason to see it again. I also have a really good team ready to go to face Ho, as you'll see in a second. Hopefully we won't need any more than Leah, but just in case I have a bunch of rock types with us. We have Kroot, Pseudo-Widow, and Golem. Yeah, Golem. And then also Togekiss and Cian, because they can also stand up pretty well to Ho's attacks. Alright. Yep, I've heard this dialogue before. Let me go ahead and just save right now. Just so if we faint Ho, I don't have to watch that again. It is 3:50 or so, so we only have about 10 minutes of nighttime left, which means 10 minutes of Dusk Balls. So let's get started, and we'll just keep talking as we go, because I want to get as much time as I can out of these Dusk Balls. I'm pretty sure that, at least in this generation, a Dusk Ball used at night or in caves has a 3.5 multiplier, compared to like a regular Pokeball or Premier Ball, which would be 1 times. And an Ultra Ball has 3 times, so it's better to use a Dusk Ball at night than it is an Ultra Ball at any time. Let's use Yawn, because I'd like to put Ho to sleep so it does as little damage as possible. We have 10 power points for Yawn. Hopefully that'll be enough, but I wasn't about to use a PP up on a move that I'm not keeping. Sunlight will reduce the damage that Surf does, but that might be a good thing, because I don't want to accidentally knock it out again. Kingdra being water and dragon type won't take very much from fire attacks, even in the sun. But extra sensory still does a decent chunk. So I'm just gonna keep chipping away at it, and then when it gets low, I'm just gonna hope not to have a crit. I could have brought Gyarados and used Dragon Rage, but that would have been a lot of switching, and it's still hard to tell what exactly 40 HP is. It's also hard to know exactly when Ho's going to wake up. It's really based on chance. So I don't know when to use the other Yawn. If I counted turns, I might know if it's maxed out when to use the Yawn, but okay. I'm going to use a potion here, just because I do not want Kingdra to faint. I could use a revive, but better to use like a Moo Milk than a revive. They are quite a bit cheaper. And a revive doesn't heal you up all the way, so you'd have to use a second turn to use another potion on it, so this is just all around better. And I don't want Leah to faint. Sunny Day. Oh, that was good timing on my part. Let's put Ho back to sleep again. Did use Sunny Day. So once again, our Surfs will be weaker. What I don't know is, how will 2 Surfs knock it out? Will a Surf and a Dragon Pulse knock it out? Let's see how much a Dragon Pulse does. Extra sensory is its 1 move before it goes to sleep. Alright, so unless I get a crit, it can definitely survive another Dragon Pulse, whereas a Surf, it might survive a Surf, but I think based on the damage spread, it could also defeat it, even without a crit. So I think crit is a 1 in 16 chance, so 15 out of 16 chance will be okay here. Hang in there, Ho-Oh. Okay, it's pretty good. It's asleep, it could be less. I wanted to teach Heracross Full Swipe, or even Cherry, but I looked it up, and apparently Heracross cannot learn Full Swipe in this generation, which makes no sense, because it's got a giant horn on its head. It can learn like Fury Cutter and other, like Slash, other cutting moves. I don't know why it can't learn Full Swipe. That's the move where, let me quick throw some balls before time runs out. We have 8 minutes left, give or take. That's the one that brings it down to exactly 1 HP. It won't defeat the Pokemon. Not even 1 shake after all that, but our odds are definitely better with putting it to sleep. That's a plus 10 multiplier, and I'm not sure of the whole equation anymore, so I'm not sure how those all iron out, but I think if I had to guess, I'd say last time we had like a 2% chance, or maybe 1% chance. Now it's maybe like a 3% chance. So still might be here a while, but definitely better odds. Sunlight faded, that shouldn't matter. Still plenty of Dusk Balls to go. And with potions, I could probably keep this up all day. What's going to really happen is... Oh, come on, come on! Oh, so close! Thought we had it there. That would have been nice. Extra sensory, how much is that going to do? Can I afford... looks like I can afford to do the Yawn. Because even worst case scenario here, Even if Kingdra faints, I can always revive her. And yeah, see, there you go. Ooh. Will the burn KO me? I don't think it will. I think burn is an 1/8 of your HP per turn. And it looks like we'll be okay by just a little bit. Yep. Okay. Can use a full restore now. That's good because I used the full restore to its max benefit. Alright, Kingdra is all healed up. And Ho is falling asleep just on time. And back to the Dust Balls. We've already had 3 shakes, so that's a good sign. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, we got it. Okay, very nice. See, once you have sleep, that's a lot better. And a Pokemon that can doubly resist fire. So if you can get your hands on a Kingdra at this point in the game, if you have somebody to trade with, then now you know where to find the Dragon Scale, and you know where to find a Horsey, so it's tough, but it can work. And really, if you're like a trained up Noctowl or a trained up Gengar, that could work as well. But Kingdra's really ideal for catching Ho-Oh. Legend claims this Pokemon flies the world's skies continuously on its magnificent 7-colored wings. We are not going to give Ho-Oh a nickname. And Ho-Oh is sent to the PC. Ho-Oh will not be part of our team, but we might use it as an HM Pokemon, and it may end up seeing a battle here or there, just incidentally. You not only made Ho-Oh appear, but you've also caught it. You are so wonderful. Alright, you take care of yourselves as well, Kimono girls. Not sure if I see them again when I capture Lugia. In fact, I'm not sure I've ever caught a Lugia on Heartgold, so this may be our first time. No, I think I did once. But it has been a while, so that'll be many episodes from now. But I hope you guys stay tuned, because I'm looking forward to many adventures to come. So, not sure there's really anything else we could do in this episode. Also, fun fact in case you're playing Soul Silver, remember that Lugia is psychic and flying. It is not water type, even though it knows a lot of water type moves. A lot of people who don't know a lot about Pokemon, or who just have only played the games casually, think that Lugia is water and flying, kind of an equivalent to Ho's fire and flying, and because it knows a lot of water type attacks, but don't use your net balls on it, because they will not be beneficial. I wonder if we can actually see it become the sunrise up here. That'd be really cool. So I'm going to say right now that if you guys just want to end the episode here, that's totally fine. Feel free to fast forward to the next one, because this will probably just be me talking for a couple minutes. Not that I don't have a number of things to talk about, but I really want to kind of see the sunrise from the top of Tin Tower. How many times do you see that? That's got to be a cool sight, right? So hopefully you guys will stick around for just a few minutes and watch that with me. The tough part here is that I just did this thing twice, once when I fainted Ho-Oh and once when I caught it, so I don't remember what I said the first time, what I've already said the second time. I think I already talked about the daycare and how our team is really powerful. Pseudo-Widow and Golem were both really trained up. I mean, Golem's our highest level Pokemon, and it was just from being in the daycare, so definitely a good way to train your Pokemon if you don't mind keeping them there the whole game. The only reason I'm not is because for Let's Play especially, I think it's nice to have your team with you and to really get to experience the journey. In fact, that's one of my favorite parts of the whole game. It's just the journey of taking these little tiny baby Pokemon who are pretty weak and having trouble against Hoothoots and Rattatas and Drowsies. And then by the end of this, we have like a Kingdra and a Magmortar and a Togekiss and Meganium. Just a really nice team. I guess Rod was kind of always really powerful, but it's funny how he goes from being like the most powerful member of the team by far to being still powerful, but probably our weakest member. No offense to Rod. He's not here, so he cannot hear this, and he's not allowed to watch YouTube, so he won't see this either. I guess technically Crude is our weakest member at the moment, but ironically, Crude is going to become arguably our strongest member by the end. He will be our pseudo-legendary and everyone's favorite from Generation 2, Tyranitar. Or if not favorite, then at least one of the favorites. One of those iconic Gen 2 Pokemon. Let's see, what else? I have a note here to myself that I can't read. It looks like it says study maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's a different note that got merged into that note. Other thing to talk about, we have about 2 minutes until sunset. In fact, let's bring up the Pokegear here, 358. Sweet. Let me wait. Well, so I don't know if it'll change to 3:59 while I watch. I'm 99% sure it will, but just in case, I don't want to. I don't want the clock to freeze on me and miss the sunset. Um, let's kind of center ourselves a bit here. Nice and symmetrical. Of course, the screen isn't symmetrical, but at least us 6 people are. If only I had my kimono girl outfit, that would be a little more balanced. Um, so, like I was started to say a while earlier, um, Gengar reminded me when I was watching the Pokemon tournaments. They not only had the video game championship, they also had the trading card championship and the Pokemon tournament championship. And I was watching that just because I was like, ah, why not? Let me see what it is. And it's really cool. It's like a fighting game that they just made with Pokemon. Um, and I haven't played it obviously, but it looks really. I don't even actually own a GameCube or a Switch, so I really couldn't play it. But it looks really awesome, and just watching the battles are really cool. The announcers get really into it. I've never really been a big sports fan, but or especially like a big like wrestling fan or anything. But if it was like Pokemon fighting like that, like it's the closest thing I think they have to like a real Pokemon fight. Seeing the World Championship, where spoiler if you're gonna watch it, just fast forward a bit or turn off your sound. Um, Sceptile was fighting a Gengar. It reminded me of that Nidorino versus Gengar fight from the original Generation One games and how the anime opens. Um, So I think we're like almost at the point as a society where you can actually see Pokemon fighting each other. I can't wait to like 5 or 10 years from now where you'll have like VR glasses and you'll just put them on and it'll seem like Pokemon are actually real and fighting each other. How cool would that be to actually like, oh, there we go. Okay, it actually wasn't as cool as I thought. I thought it would be like a little more gradual. Like I didn't want it to be like an hour-long gradual, but at least like a 20 seconds of gradual would have been nice. But all right, well, we can say we've watched the sunset from the top of Tin Tower, and yeah, I guess at this point it's time for me to go to bed. I have to get up in like maybe 5 hours or so for a Christmas brunch. Probably won't have any time to play for the rest of the day because it is, after all, Christmas, but I hope to get some chances to play later this week. I am still off work, so that's good news. Definitely bodes well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. A lot of cool trades. We caught Ho-Oh. And next time we're going to start making our adventure through Victory Road to the Pokemon League. So that should be really exciting. I hope to see you guys then. Take care.